We are 36 days away from the official release of College Football 25. We are still waiting on our next deep dive for this game, and it's probably looking like it's going to come out next week, not this week. But we have gotten some random little info over the past few days, so I'm going to talk about all of that in this video right here. So first things first, we got a new bundle for this video game. It is called the Homecoming Pack, and it is a GameStop exclusive. And this was rumored several months ago before the official reveal of this game, and turns out it was real because here it is. So like I said, this is a GameStop exclusive. The base version of this pack is $150. It is available on Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5, and it comes with the standard edition of College Football 25, and then these three collectible items: a football, a jersey, and a miniature locker. So I think that's pretty cool. Some of y'all might think that's dumb. I definitely think physical collector's items are a thing of the past, but I think it's cool that they're doing this. I'm not sure why these special editions such as this one and the Steelbook at Walmart aren't announced when the game is announced, because I would have been interested in getting both of those, but for some reason they came out several weeks after, and I've already ordered a standard and deluxe edition of this game. So we'll see. I'm thinking about getting that Steelbook and this Homecoming Pack just because they're pretty cool. Now, they don't just have a standard version of this pack, they also have the deluxe edition, which is $180 as opposed to $150, but instead you get the deluxe version of College Football 25, and that gives you access to all the pre-order bonuses such as early access, as well as all the Ultimate Team stuff. And then they also have a $230 version, which again, that is simply giving you the MVP bundle, which is the deluxe edition of College Football 25 and the deluxe edition of Madden 25. But all three Homecoming packs come with the same collectible items: the football, the jersey, and the miniature locker. So the only difference is the difference in the version of the video game. And you may notice that the PS5 digital edition is slightly different than the Xbox one, and that's because the Homecoming Pack digital edition for the PS5, they don't give you a code to download College Football 25. Instead, they just give you PlayStation currency so you can go buy the game yourself. So you may notice that the prices vary a few dollars, but overall it's the exact same Homecoming Pack. So that's all the information about this Homecoming Pack. Now we can get into some gameplay information. So a few days ago, YouTuber Not the Expert uploaded a video just talking about a bunch of the stuff he knows about for College Football 25. And it was a really awesome video with great information, and one of the things he said in there was that he thinks you can turn off the wear and tear system in College Football 25. And if you've been following this game, you'll know the wear and tear system is a new feature in College Football 25, where it's all about players getting banged up and hurt over time through hits, and different body parts are tied to different attributes. For example, your quarterback's throwing arm is going to be tied to like his throw power and throw accuracy. So if he keeps taking hits on that arm, his throw power and throw accuracy are literally going to go down in the game. So anyway, I'm not going to describe it too much because most of y'all probably already know that. But a lot of people were asking, can you turn this off, because they didn't like the sound of it. They thought it sounded too tedious because you're going to have to manage your team with substitutions. They thought their players were going to be constantly hurt. Now, I don't think those are going to actually be issues once we get to play this game. I think this feature is going to be great, but having the option to turn it off is always good. Like, having options is a good thing. You might like it, you might not like it. Just give us an option to turn off wear and tear if we want to turn off wear and tear. So Not the Expert said he thinks you can turn this off. I then made a post on Instagram that said that, and Not the Expert actually replied in the comments and said this: I will say I thought the feature was awesome, but I can't 100% confirm if there's a toggle off button. Didn't see it with my own eyes. They said there were toggles for other things, so I assumed. But this prompted Scott O'Gallagher, who is the creative director at EA Sports, to tweet, yes, there is a wear and tear on-off toggle. So yes, it's confirmed that you can turn off wear and tear, which again, I think is a good thing. Regardless of if it's a good system or not, having the option to turn it off is a good thing. Like, I saw people upset that they made that an option, which doesn't really make sense to me. Like, it doesn't affect you if other people want to turn that off. And imagine the system does suck. Like, imagine this wear and tear thing is garbage. You're going to be really happy it's an option to turn it off. But it's cool that I was kind of able to spark that answer from Scott O'Gallagher, because I wasn't invited to Orlando to to go play College Football 25 like Not the Expert was, and like EricRayweather was, and like Bordeaux was. And that's not me complaining. I definitely shouldn't have gotten an invite over any of those guys. But through my Instagram, Bring NCAA Back, as well as the YouTube channel here, we were able to get an answer from Scott O'Gallagher, who works at EA Sports. So that's pretty cool. Wear and tear can be turned off if you want to turn it off. We also got confirmed that you can turn a different feature off that's in College Football 25, and this is coming from EricRayweather's last video. And he said you'll be able to turn off the new throwing meter. So as most of y'all know, there's new passing mechanics in College Football 25, as you can see on your screen right now. And this is most notably headlined by the new passing meter. This new feature is supposed to allow you to layer the ball, so if you needed to get it up over the linebackers, you'll be able to do that. If you need to zip it in there on a curl route, you'll be able to do that. Or if you want to throw kind of a rainbow long ball, you should be able to do that as well. The new passing mechanics, like I said, it's supposed to let you layer the ball and throw it where you want to throw it. But let's say you get into College Football 25 and you really hate the new passing meter. Good news, you'll be able to turn it off according to EricRayweather. Now, we don't know exactly how it'll work without the passing meter, but it'll probably be very similar to 11 years ago or Madden games now, where you just click a button and throw it. I don't know exactly how much control you'll have over where the ball goes if you're not using the passing meter, but again, options are always good. So if you don't like it, you can turn it off. A new feature you will not be able to turn off though are the abilities. We know there are new player abilities in College Football 25 that we've never seen before. It's kind of like college's take on Madden's X Factors. The difference is they are simply a situational boost and not a guarantee like they are in Madden. So that immediately makes them better than X Factors, and there will not be an on-off toggle for these abilities, which is not surprising. That's a big feature for College Football 25. I think if you remove those abilities, it kind of affects the whole game with the overalls of the players and how they function in certain situations, so it makes sense. The last two things that I thought were notable that EricRayweather talked about are both customization options for players in College Football 25. So ski masks are not in the game. I know in the trailer it kind of looked like a couple players, specifically Travis Hunter, were wearing them, but it sounds like they are not in the game at launch. The other customization option that will not be in the game at launch are having players with one leg sleeve. This one I don't really understand because we saw players with leg sleeves, but we didn't see a player with only one leg sleeve, even though that's a common thing that players do in real life. So obviously it would be cool to see both of those in the game, but EricRayweather said those might be added sooner rather than later, which is why I've been saying these things aren't in the game at launch, because I think it's possible they will be added down the road. So hopefully before CFB 26, we will get these things in CFB 25. So that's all the updates for College Football 25 we've gotten over the past few days. It looks like we're not getting a deep dive this week. Hopefully, maybe they'll surprise us tomorrow on Friday, but I'm thinking it's going to be next week. So definitely follow me on Instagram at BringNCAA Back. I post everything there first, and then subscribe here on YouTube as well for the video content.